I honestly thought I was rich. I stepped off that plane with my wallet stuffed with crisp P1000 bills, 10 of them. 10,000 pesos. Back home, that's 2 months of groceries, 5 unlimited Samgyup sessions, or a staycation with a pool and karaoke. But abroad, it turned out P10,000 is about $180. That's it. I should have known the moment I saw the airport vending machine selling bottled water for $5. I did the quick conversion in my head and whispered, "Wait, 300 pesos? For water?" At that point, I knew this wasn't going to be a relaxing vacation. This was going to be a survival documentary. The first morning, I walked confidently into a fancy cafe downtown. Everyone was wearing scarves and sipping lattes. I thought, okay, let's act rich. I looked at the menu and immediately wanted to faint. Coffee, $9. I stared at it like it was a prank. Back in the Philippines, that's already a venti frap, a box of pandesal, and maybe a tip for the barista. But here, $9 was just coffee. Black, no sugar, no milk, just pure financial trauma. I ordered it anyway because pride is expensive. When the barista asked if I wanted oat milk, I said, "Is that free?" She smiled like I told the funniest joke of her life. "It's $2 extra." That oat milk cost more than my breakfast back home. I nodded slowly and said, "Just give me the regular milk, from the cow, or from the budget section." When I sat down, I pulled out my phone and started calculating. My P10,000 could maybe buy me 2 more coffees, 1 small sandwich, and a bus ticket back to the airport. My entire budget plan, gone. I came here thinking I'd live like a king. Now I was praying the cafe offered free refills or mercy. I took my first sip. It tasted like roasted regret. By lunchtime, I told myself I'd be smarter. I searched for affordable local restaurant. The top result said, cheap eats, only $25 per meal. I almost threw my phone. $25. That's 1,400. For that price in the Philippines, I could feed an entire barkada. So I decided to find street food instead. I walked for 2 hours, past 5 museums, 3 luxury shops, and finally saw a food cart. I smiled in relief until I read the sign. Hot dog, $8. $8. In my head, I screamed, "That's P460 for a stick of meat." But my stomach was louder than my wallet, so I bought it. It was the smallest hot dog I've ever seen. I finished it in 2 bites and immediately missed fish balls. That night, I checked my remaining money, P4,500 left. I was supposed to stay for 5 more days. I laughed out loud and said to myself, okay, new challenge. How to survive abroad with the budget of a Filipino student. I found a convenience store and bought instant noodles, 3 packs for $5. It hurt, but at least it felt like home. I went back to my hostel and cooked them using the electric kettle like a true OFW in training. To distract myself, I went sightseeing. I visited landmarks and pretended I was in a travel vlog. Hey guys, it's your girl living her best life abroad. And by best life, I mean trying not to cry in public. Every time I saw something priced in dollars, my brain automatically translated it into pesos, and I swear it hurt physically, like a punch from reality. On my 3rd day, I started rationing. Breakfast, free coffee from the hostel. Lunch, 1 banana. Dinner, the remaining noodles. I was living like a minimalist monk with financial anxiety. My friends back home messaged me, "Post more pictures." I replied, "Sure," but didn't tell them I was reusing the same outfit and just standing outside fancy places for selfies. On my last day, I walked back to that fancy cafe where it all began. I sat down with my remaining $2 and asked, "Can I get water?" The barista smiled and said, "Bottled or tap?" I said, "Surprise me." She handed me tap water in a cup. I drank it slowly, like fine wine, while tourists around me spent $30 on avocado toast. I wasn't even bitter anymore, just enlightened and hungry. When I finally landed back in Manila, the air felt warm, the taxi fare felt cheap, and even the coffee at the local cafe tasted rich. The barista said, 80 pesos lang po, ma'am." I almost cried. I gave her 100 and told her, "Keep the change, I'm home." As I sipped that sweet, affordable coffee, I realized that sometimes the richest feeling isn't how much money you have. It's in realizing how far a peso can still take you, especially when you're finally back where it truly counts. So if you've ever had a similar travel shock, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures. See you in the next one.